Okay, so we've all heard the advice, you'll meet someone when you least expect it. And I want to explain why, in my own terms, my own words, why this is a lie. So, sorry, just out of breath. As we all know, the world is random. There's a lot of randomness happening in the world. And whether you're spiritual or not, this all comes back to a thing of destiny. Like, that's what it feels like when people says this. Oh, you'll meet someone when you least expect it. You'll find the one where you're not looking. All this stuff. And that couldn't be like more of a big lie than it is. It couldn't be. That's just a big lie. It's a huge lie. And I want to explain, because the world is so random. You could literally die tomorrow and the world is going to keep going on. It's going to keep turning. It's going to keep spinning. It doesn't mean your life didn't have meaning, but I don't know. I'm just explaining it as life is random, and it's up to us as human beings and as people to take charge of our lives and to really seek out these experiences. You can't sit down and wait for love to just fall in your lap. It doesn't work that way. And like, you just got to keep trying different things and keep doing different things and putting yourself out there. That's all you can do. That's all I can advise people to do, instead of just waiting, especially as a man. Being told to wait as a man is so passive. It's almost feminine to be told this as a man. Not to be told it, but to actually do this as a man is like, it's almost like, it's something that women adhere to, and it's something that may work for a woman, but as a man, it doesn't work for us. It doesn't work that way. And just speaking about humanity in general and human beings, you have to take charge of your life, and you have to just seek out these new experiences. You have to try, because that's the only way you're going to get somewhere. Waiting for love or for the one, trust me, you're going to be waiting for the rest of your life. You're going to be probably like, I actually remember this scene from Titanic where, what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio was talking about this old woman who was sitting down at this bar and just waited for her one true love, and she was like at least 70 something years old with all her jewelry on. And that's really sad to think about. I know it may sound like some type of like book fairy tale stuff, but it's kind of sad to think about, because at that age, I mean, it may happen, but it's just so slim. It's just unbelievably slim. And this is why you can't sit down and wait for love to find you, because it doesn't happen like that. Unfortunately, I wish it did happen like that. I wish that advice was actually true, but it's not, So I just feel like that advice is, especially, I've been told some of this stuff, and I've always felt like it was bullshit. I always felt it was a huge lie. Like, yeah. So, and trust me, I've never been a passive type of person, even though the world may perceive me as whatever they want to perceive me as, because I'm a sweet guy and I'm kind to people, whatever the world want to perceive me as, and because I try to avoid conflict and stuff. If I don't need to fight, I won't fight, but yeah, I've always taken charge of my life. I've always approached girls. I've always approached guys. I've always tried. I've always given everything my 100%, I've never sat back and been like, oh, what if I did this? What if I approached him? What if I asked for their phone number? I've never been that guy. I've always taken charge, and, what if I didn't do all that? I would have all these what ifs in my life. What if I did this? What if I did that? What if I didn't try my hardest? What if I didn't seek out these experiences? I'll be stuck with a lot of what ifs, a lot of regret, and that's what I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to live my life that way. And and like, I've done it. I've talked to guys. I've tried to get their phone numbers and stuff like that. I've tried to like make connections that way, because I like guys too as well as women, and it just never happened. You know, it just, not that it never happened, because I've been with both, you know, but it's just like I guess at the time, like when I was really seeking it, it didn't really happen, you know. Not that I'm trying to say something. No, I mean like when I was really like, no, sorry, let me clarify. In the real world, things haven't gone the way I've wanted it to in real life. But I've tried other forms of connection, like online dating, and it's kind of worked out through online dating. But sometimes it's not always, it doesn't always manifest in real life. And because of that, I just want to explain some things. So people talk all this shit about online dating. They say online dating is the worst, but it actually gives people another solution, like another opportunity, gives people another option to really pursue other people, other human beings. Because a lot of the times in real life, it just doesn't work out. Like a lot of the times you may have crushes and they may not reciprocate, or you just get all this unrequited love, this unrequited crushes, and like it just doesn't work out in your interests in real life sometimes. So I feel like online dating gives people more options. It gives people more opportunities and more leeway, you know. And I just wanted to say, like, being told you're gonna meet somebody when you least expect it, or just go and live life, don't focus on dating, it's a lie, and it's not the truth. Because I just want to explain something. I've only ever hooked up. I've never had a relationship. But guess what? If I didn't seek out all those experiences with online dating or something, I would have nothing right now. I would have nothing. I would have no experiences, and I'm about to be 28. If I didn't seek out all these connections, if I didn't try, I would have no experience. So that's just a little food for thought. You gotta try. You gotta take charge of your life. You gotta seek out these experiences, because it's not gonna just happen to you randomly. That's all.